And we're back. We're back. Welcome to another live stream. Apparently in excellent condition. I'm not in such excellent condition, but at least the stream appears to be in excellent condition. I am sore and cranky and irritated. I'm not yet pissed off. We'll see how it goes. Eric, this here's project setup. This here project is called Allan Co. Make of that what you will. I'm sure you'll quickly deduce where it's going. But I'm going to save the best for last. So, without further ado, let's fire up old Cakewalk here. Right there. Cakewalk. And going to start a new project. New project. Empty project. Okay. Might as well. Hello, camo, blending mode, normal. Although that's kind of in the way. Move it down here. Don't need that for the time being. Project setup and all. Okay, let's just take that away for the time being. Just imagine my pretty face talking to you. What you see here is the tracking booth cam. There should be a candle lit in there. Did it go out? Did it go out? Nope. Nope, it's just out of the camera view. Okay, so project setup, new project. As you can see over here on the left pane, that's in the Pro channel. I click that. Pro channel comes up by default. Over here, we haven't talked about this yet. But we might as well talk about it now. This is this pane over here to the right is something that I generally collapse. A collapse button. I just generally keep it collapsed because I want this real estate. But here's how you expand it. That little button right there. And this is one way that you can insert plugins, and this is also a way that you can insert instrument tracks. So I'll explain momentarily. But there's, let me see, media. There's plugins. Doggone it. Okay, there's effects, plugins, and that little piano-looking icon. That's VST Instruments. If you don't understand the distinction yet, you soon will. So, first thing I'm going to do here is I want to click track. And I was kind of Tempted to try that Air Windows soft clock again, but it left kind of a sour taste in my mouth, and I don't know. I'm just not particularly keen to retry it right now. I just kind of feel like going with what I am, what is familiar, and what I know works. And it's a good chance to show you something useful. So here's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to load a VST instrument. I'm going to load a VST drum kit. I'm going to use that to make basically a click track, but it's a lot better than a click track. So here goes. I've got instruments clicked here. These are instruments that I have installed, and I've got all kinds of things in here. I've got Hammond organs and mellotrons and orchestras and synthesizers and drum kits, all kinds of stuff. And I'm just going to go with something very basic that I was using recently. These are the Cakewalk VST instruments that come bundled with Cakewalk, and they're quite good. Bass guitar is very good. Drum kit, quite good. String section, I love. Electric piano, I haven't tried because I ain't no piano player. I can get by playing some organ and some synth, but not a piano player. Anyway, there's two ways to go about setting up an instrument track, okay? But I'm going to start off showing you the simplest way. Let's say you got Cakewalk open, and you want to do what I'm about to do right now. And let's say that I don't know if you have a keyboard controller or not, but let's just assume that you don't. I'm not going to use mine. And I'm just assuming you don't have a MIDI controller. The only MIDI controller you've got is your mouse. That's what I'm assuming. And so that's the way I'm going to do things right now. So you have this panel over here open, and you've got instruments selected. And you expand the Cakewalk folder, and you find SI drum kit, and you simply drag it over here like that and let go. And click OK. And there 'tis. Expand it. All right. Now you can go over here and just collapse that. All right. And turn your attention to this button right here, right next to where it says SI Drum Kit 1, and click that. And there's your drum kit. And now you can use your mouse. Okay. You can't hit the open hi-hat with your mouse right here, but this is not how we're going to play these drums. This is just a way to futz around, and, not much else you need to do here for the time being. Just know it's there and how to look at it right there. Boink, there it is. Now, next thing we're going to do is go to Views and Step Sequencer and click that. And here we've got what's called the Step Sequencer. Now, I have not yet decided a tempo, but that's not important yet. This is either in 3/4 or 6/8. Mr. Hamster is running up a storm. He escaped earlier. I had to catch him with my bare hands. You ever try to catch a hamster with your bare hands? It's a lot like catching a bug. And now he's just hyperactive. I'm going to have to move him into the next room. Anywho, here's a step sequencer. All right. And these right here is C3, D flat 3, D3, E flat 3, E3, and so on. These are corresponding keys on your MIDI keyboard controller, should you have one. But we're assuming that we don't. All right. And but these are the components of our drum kit. Each row is, I think the first row is kick, and then probably hi-hat, and then snare. I forget the order, but we'll find out. All we want right now is basically kick, snare, maybe hi-hat. We're just doing a click track. Hey, Ninko. Hamster, fast little bugger. Yep. Yeah. Well, and he's nowhere near as smart as a rat. And he's practically blind. Anyway, this is kind of a tutorial for my new friend in North Carolina, the guitar builder, Eric Gale, who's interested in, he has Cakewalk downloaded, I think, and he's interested in learning how to do this stuff. So I'm showing him how to set up a new project, get a click track basically going in the sequencer with just your mouse. And then we're gonna track some acoustic guitar. How you doing over there, brother? I saw you sent me some stuff, and I've been meaning to download that. What is that thing called? Space Shaper, something like that. I'll do that. This morning. I know I have until May 22nd, but I will not procrastinate on that. And you sent me some music to listen to, so I'll get to that as well. And I have been getting ready to record the acoustic guitar for your piece. But anyway, let me focus on this for Eric, just for the next few minutes here, and then I'll take a break. I got to move Mr. Hamster into the next room. Okay. So, anyways. We've got here 1, 2, 3, 4. So right now tempo is at 120, time signature is 4/4. Again, I think this project is going to be 3/4. Let's just say 3/4, and there's a kick, and so I just got one kick right there, okay, and at 120. So right now, I'm just going to set up a loop. Okay, so I click. I just by clicking that drum, you saw that it created a clip here, which is like one measure. Okay, so like I select that clip by clicking on the bar at the top of it. Now I'm going to click the loop right here and set that accordingly. Okay. Okay, I could have just used that button. But anyway, so now it's just going to play this over and over and over again. That's the idea anyway. Now I hit play. You see? And now I can add stuff. And so there's our basic 4 on the floor. And it's left click to add and right click to remove. So it's Tom. Okay, there's a closed hi-hat. Uh, Now that's obviously really annoying, right? So look at this. That's much less annoying, right? No. Okay. So already right there's a serviceable click track, right? It's better than just a tick-tock. Kind of get you in the mood, right? But now I used a space bar to stop right there, by the way. And this is, let me see, where's I open hi-hat? Hey, Eric, I started this. I'm just giving you a tutorial on project setup. So you can go back later and watch the beginning of it. I'm setting up a click track for a new project. This is better than just a beep bop click clack click track, right? Right? And I was just gonna add an open hi-hat for accent, but let's just move on with it. This is gonna be a 3/4 time, and so right up here is my my tempo and time. All right, available for me is Audacity. Oh, you've got Audacity. Well, tell me, are you running Windows? Are you running a Windows machine, or are you a Linux guy? That's a important question. Audacity is fine up to a point, but it's just okay. I'm not sure how to take that answer. Frigging Linux, I hate it. You hate Linux? I'm taking that to mean you hate Linux. So I'm assuming that you probably I'm guessing you're not an Apple guy. Yeah, Audacity is really a non-starter for I mean, it's okay for it's like a touch-up photo editor or something. So Audacity is not. If you're in Linux world, then you want to go Ardor. But I'm assuming Eric that you're in Windows world. Third buddy built my computer with Linux. I have Windows as well and need to have him swap me over. Okay. This is what I recommend. Yeah, Cakewalk by BandLab is absolutely free, no strings attached, and it's more than you'll ever need. And it's what I'm using. It's what Phil uses. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So get your Windows computer ready to go. If it's not, get it sorted out. Just Windows 10, although Windows 11, is like, I think in October they're going to stop supporting Windows 10. So you might want to get on that early and just get set up for Windows 11. And I'll show you right here. Hang on. Real life monsters, Eric. Okay, so I can go to download and install Cakewalk by BandLab. Okay, and there it is right there, Cakewalk by BandLab. And all you have to do is click download and install it. And the only hoop you have to jump through is a very, very minor one. You just log in. You're going to have to log in and make a BandLab account, but that's free and very non-intrusive. They never bother you. You can get in there and like post your songs in there. They've got like, but that's only if you want to. So I highly recommend it. That's how you do it. It takes 3 minutes to get it installed and set up. Okay. And the beginning of this video, I showed you how to fire it up, start an empty project. I showed you how to load the native Cakewalk drum instrument. All right, showed you how to do that in this video, and how to get the step sequencer going. And so here we are right here. Yeah, okay. Laptop, that's what I use a laptop, but always remember, if you have your druthers, a desktop is usually better. Okay. But if laptop it is. I have a feeling you're not going to be doing like huge, enormous projects, at least at first. I mean, if you're just doing basic drums, guitar, bass, vocals, you won't have any problem. Okay, so I'm just going to continue here. This is going to be either 3/4 or 6/8, but right now I'm just thinking 3/4. So this is what I did. Here's my tempo. Here's my time signature. So I click on that, and I'm just going to beats per measure, change that to 3. Click OK. And if you make 15 minutes, sounds like we'll need storage space. Ha ha. I haven't made a 15-minute song yet, you exaggerator. But that's coming. All right. All right. So right here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But this could be 3/4 time, right? So it's been a while since. I'm going to let you guys chat. I can't. If I keep getting distracted here, I'm never going to figure this. I got to figure this out every time. 6. E. Nico, shouldn't this have automatically kind of like adjusted to my 3/4 time? Da, 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 da. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right click to delete. Right click to delete. All right. I'm just gonna delete these. And All right. 3/4 time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so here's how I'm going to set it up. I'm going to do a kick here, and I'm going to do a snare here. That's about right. I'm gonna use my hi-hat. See. I'm guessing it's that. So that's good enough for a click track. It's a glorified click track right there. But if I want to get a little fancy, nope. I'll get even fancier still. So I'm going to take this to 12, from 6 to 12. And again, this could later on become, like a part of the song. But for now, I plan to play the drums live. So for me, this is going to be just a click track. But check it out. So I go over here to beats. And steps is like how many steps per beat. So 1E, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 1 and 2 and 3. This is 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 1E and a 2, like that. So, but here, I'm going to go to 12, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I'm just going to continue this pattern here. Boom. Boom. And that. So you don't have to be a computer genius to do this shit, Eric. And see, here's my loop slider here. I want to extend that out right there. And so there's a fine enough metronome right there. And so just to give you kind of this is what I have in mind. I'm going to record this on acoustic, but something like. the idea. So, set up your click track and take out the guitar and just make sure that that's what you want. The tempo is maybe a little bit slow. I might speed up the tempo a little bit. And I do that right here. So I can speed this up to, let's say, 125. Okay, and that'll go a little bit faster. So I think I'm going to do it at 125. Okay, and then all I have to do now is, so to go back to track view, there's this little button down here, collapse, right down here in the lower right hand corner, collapse. And now I'm back in track view, and I'm going to do one more step, and then I'm going to check the chat. So down here, these magnifying glasses, those are zoom in, zoom out, horizontal, zoom in, zoom out, vertical. So I'm just going to zoom out here. See the timeline. By the way, if you want this in, this is in measures. The ruler is in measures. I can right-click that and time ruler format, and I can select hours, minutes, seconds, frames. Okay. But for the time being, I'm just going to, so I've got, and I can just click the loop off. Okay. So now I'm going to click that, select it, and Control D is duplicate. And so all I'm going to do now is just, I don't know how long this is going to be, but so now I'm going to right click on the ruler and choose hours, minutes, seconds, frames. So now I can see in terms of actual time how long this is going on. And knowing me, this song is going to be 8 or 9 minutes long because that's what I do. That's what Lean Bear do. That's how he do. Okay, and so look, I've got it selected, and now I'm just going to hit Control D, D. All right, and now just to make this even a little bit shorter, I can select, Shift, select. I got five of these clips selected, and I can Control D again. Control D, Control D, Control D, and up here, it's showing me how long this is going on, right? Now it's up to 2 minutes, 24 seconds. Control D, 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 D. And I'm just going to bring it up to 10 minutes. Just, I can always go back and delete some of them. And there's my click track. This is as good of a click track as you could ever ask for, right there. Okay? Now, I'm going to check the chat, which I've deliberately ignored so I could get through this explanation. And then I got to move Mr. Hamster into the next room because he's making a bunch of racket. All right, let me check the chat. Let me get the chat up here in the window so that it's visible to all and sundry. Okay. You guys busted my balls in here? All right. What? What, Ninko? Yeah. What were you trying to say, Nico? Okay, you guys are just bantering with each other, I think. Okay. Okay, good. Get to know each other. That's really the prime directive here. I mean, the music is important, but this is even more important. So let me shift a couple things around here, and then I'm going to get ready to track some acoustic guitar. I'm going to try a finger style. Hey, Phil. Yeah, that's what he does. But and you can believe, yeah, he says legit shit. At least if he's talking about my mixes, Ninko's really good at mixing, and he's got big fancy monitor speakers. I've got two friends with good monitor speakers, Phil and Ninko. Okay, you guys, I'll be right back. Yeah, you go make noise in the next room. Oh, now you're ready to sleep, huh? We'll see about that. Okay. All right, so this song is called Dylan Allan Co. It used to have a much longer title. The title had to be shortened considerably. Dylan Allan Co. That's 5 syllables and 3 words. Those are good numbers. And oh, you guys can't see the chat. You can't see each other shit talking like that. All right. That's annoying, isn't it? There we go. Okay. And I'm assuming you can hear that. That's my small diaphragm condenser. And I probably better check my tuning. It sounds right. I have to learn a new change. I'm having to learn a new chord change, and it's driving me crazy. Let's see, that would be D, E. Okay, so this is, that's an A minor sus. A minor sus 4, because, E, B, G, D. That's the 5th, that's the 4th. That's the flat 3rd, that's the 4th. So technically an A minor add 4. I'm trying to go from D to that chord. Which I'm not used to doing. So, anyway, this is the tracking booth, and I'm probably talking too loud because I don't have the headphones on. Okay. So, Eric. Yeah, Nanko, it's a. Well, technically, Nanko, it still has the minor third. It has the minor third and the fourth. So technically, it depends on who you talk to. Like, strictly classical theory, people would say that it's a minor third. It's a minor add four. Because sus chords and major minor chords are mutually exclusive. But it's just, who cares? It's a minor with a, it's a sus4. Anyway, it's a minor sus4. I'm just not used to going from D to that chord. But for this song, it has to be that way. So, and I'm also doing kind of half-assed finger style. So the idea here is I'm going to try to successfully track one verse and refrain. And then for now, I'm just going to copy paste that for the remainder of the song. That's the goal for today anyway. Nico, this is also a social. We're also being sociable here, buddy. All right. Okay. So, I've set a very reasonable goal. The sun's already coming up, and I want to make this not too long. So here we go. Now, Eric, I'm going to add. So I added this VST instrument track. You watch from the beginning. You open this pane here on the right from instruments, and you open the Cakewalk folder, and you find SI drum kit. You drag it over there, and that's an instrument track. Okay. Now I need an audio track for the guitar. So add track is right here. I click that, and see I have a choice. I can also add an instrument track here. Okay, but I want to add an audio track, and that is the microphone I've got in the booth, the Mata Studio C10. So that's I don't need to click anything else. There is advanced stuff here, but don't worry about that. It's create. And right now, so I'm just going to name this after, I am the namesake of the guitar. The guitar is originally Lean Bear. Okay. I'm named after a guitar, after that guitar. Okay, so, and if I click the record enable, you can see that I've got input bouncing there, but that is not this microphone. That's actually the microphone in the booth picking up my voice from in the booth. So, anywho, makes sense. Audio track, because that's correct, Eric. Yeah. So, with this instrument track, I built, as I said, the beginning of this stream, I'm assuming you don't have any kind of like keyboard or USB. I mean, you might, but I'm assuming you don't. You don't need one right now anyway. So this is an instrument track. This is for loading a software instrument, a VST instrument, which is what this is. Okay? And I just click on these with the mouse. Okay? And that's the interface for it right there. And so, yeah, these two are different. And this one has blips on it. And once again, like down here, there's the step sequencer tab. And there's my step sequence, which is just repeated over and over to be my click track, right? And I did all this with the mouse, right? Okay, so anyway, again, over here, collapse. And yeah, so that's why I figured that was the case, Eric, and so I'm just gearing this so that you can just be up and running right away without having to worry about any of that stuff. And Phil is going to have his way of doing things. Phil says, I use Cakewalk also Ninko as I compose in MIDI mostly. Yeah. Ninko, you should check out you should check out my interviews with Phil, Ninko. I think if you work in loops, more things are better in DAWs for that. Okay, so Phil is Phil's the man. Phil's the Cakewalk man. Really, Eric. Like I'm good to like get you set up on a basic project, get you going. But that's it. Okay, so anyway, that to answer your question, Eric, that's the basic difference. This instrument track is for a VST instrument, and the audio track is, yes, exactly, because I'm tracking through a microphone. And when I record in it, it's going to make, now I can record, I can hit record here, and I can record on here too. I can record from my drum kit back here. But it's going to make new blips in the piano roll, as we say. It's not going to make waveforms. Okay, when I enable record and I record here, it's going to make the familiar waveforms that you see. Okay, so I hope that's a good enough explanation. Okay, good. Eric, you say excellent. I take that to mean it's a 10-4. Okay, so now I'm just going to hang on. Just for the hell of it, there's another view right there. There's me sitting at my console at my command center. Okay, so got my nicotine, got my Coca-Cola. All right. Into the booth. So again, if I can just pull off one verse that's reasonably free of mistakes, then I'll show you how to copy paste that across the project. Which is sometimes a good intermediary step, just to copy paste something apart while you get on with the arrangement. Okay. What on earth is going on with this camera? Oh, I put my beverage there. All right, so microphone placement. As you can see, this is pretty tight, and I'm kind of wedged in here at this angle. So this is as wide as I could make it. So this is not ideal, but I do have the mic kind of, it should be higher actually, but I'm really not too particular about it especially at this stage. I've got the mic basically pointed at the 12th fret, kind of at a 45-degree angle, sort of this way. Or the axis of the mic is like this. It's pointing right there, kind of like toward my chest. And that's that change I need to make. And it's pissing me off. Ah. Okay, I'm not going to worry about, I'm not going to be too particular about it, the purposes of the stream. For the final arrangement, I will be particular about it because it has to be this sus chord hammer on to the fifth, and then the hammer on from flat 7 to the root. Hence the Dylan in Dylan Allan Co. You getting it yet? You who made my forefathers die in the mud. You getting it yet? All right, Dylan Allan Co. That's where the Dylan part's coming from. Where's the David Allan Co part coming from? I'm saving that. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm not going to do the finger style part at this point because it's just too delicate. I need to practice it. Okay, so this is for demonstration purposes, so I'm just going to knock it out. And sorry if Ninko's being impatient and rude. He's a rude Frenchman. Hang on. I forgot to get my mouse and keyboard in here, because I do have monitors in here that you can't see through the camera. But I've got a monitor up. I've got a monitor. Shit. I've got a monitor up there for when I'm tracking vocals. And I got a monitor down here for tracking guitar. Okay. And good. Mouse is working. And unfortunately, let me see. No, that's right.
Okay. I'm not gonna go on and on. I'm just gonna try to knock this out again for demonstration purposes. And this is for project demonstration purposes. Okay, that is a mouse. And track is armed. Of course, I'm going to, it's a click track, so I'm going to, oh, and to turn on my click track, okay, see, I'm not, sorry guys. I don't care if you bust my balls. It's okay. Shit.
I just have to make an adjustment here in the broadcast. Quick adjustment. Okay. That looks right. Now I can actually control my DAW from the recording booth. Okay. Here we go. All right. So, Eric, here's another thing to know. Here is your click track control if you want to use a click track. So, look, that's click track during playback. This is click track during a recording. So it will line up with my step sequencer click track. If I set click track on playback, you can hear. Hang on, what the fuck? Go back to beginning and there's the click track, right? But we don't need it. So I got metronome off over here, but that's where you turn metronome off and on. So if you want the metronome on while you're tracking, you click that. And if you want it off, you click it off. So let's get this done. Okay. And yeah, I'm just gonna play it straight. I'm not gonna for some reason, I don't have as hard of a time with that change when I'm not playing fingerstyle. Isn't that weird? Okay, here we go. So hopefully my keyboard's working.
I did fuck it up. Good enough. Hey, I'm good to my word, man. Good enough for demonstration purposes. And if my OBS zero latency tracking trick has worked as it should, then I shouldn't have to nudge the clip. But before I get out of the booth, I'm just going to check it real quick. So now I didn't wait an entire clip before I started. But that's okay. I don't have to redo it. Look here, Eric. I'm on a grid. Snap. See? This is the nice thing about being on the cakewalk clock, right? And this was a problem with being on the black box clock, which doesn't exactly align. But it's nice to be on the... So I'm going to play kit, but it is nice to be on the grid for this reason. You see how it snaps when I drag? Okay? And so I can turn the snap button off and it doesn't click like that, right? That's for like fine tuning. But when I'm on the grid, the way that I am, what is that toggle button that I just inadvertently toggled? Phil, what the fuck is that? I don't even know. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it right now. What the hell is that? Hang on. Snap by value. Snap to grid. Snap to grid. I want snap to grid. All right. So just to show you what I mean here, I'm going to widen these a little bit. And I know it's getting around dinner time there, but bear with me. I'm almost done. So you see, I meant to wait an entire metronome clip before, because I wanted that hi-hat to be, not that it matters at this point, but it kind of does. So I'm just going to so first off, is it in time already? Yes, it is. Okay, so now check it out. I'm just going to drag it. So on the bar here, left click and drag until it lines up right there. That should be fine. See, isn't that nifty? Okay. So, and then I don't need that. I can just hide that. And now, so here's the what do they call it? The pièce de résistance. Am I butchering your language badly enough, Nico? Is that even the right expression? That's what they say in restaurants, right? For the final course. Or, I don't know. Okay. Let me see. So I'm going to zoom out here. Now I've got what? I've got 5 or 6 of these with a bridge. So it's four of those, and then a bridge, and then one more, and then an outro. So what I'm gonna do, and this is just for arrangement purposes right now, but see how right there is where I'm snapping the grid here, but okay, so right there. Right there is where the new circle begins. So here's what I can do. I can just go over here and drag this like right there. And once again, let me zoom out here. Highlight it, click it, and Control D is duplicate. Boom. So it'll go. Uh-oh, that ain't quite right. Phil, what'd I do wrong? Ah, that's right. There. See, there was that little dead spot. Okay, right there. That should work. Not perfect, but if I want to get that like perfect, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take snap to grid off, snap, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. And I'm really going to take it down to right before the transient, right there. Right there. This is in theory, this should work at least. And then turn on my snap again. And boom. And zoom out again. And there we go. I said in theory. Because actually, it could just be that was kind of a late first hit to begin with. It might average out to be more in time. That is better on average. So check this out, Eric. I'm going to do a little bit of surgery, just a little bit of cosmetic surgery. Check this out. This is just, it's not necessary or anything, but just to show you like what you can do. So watch this. Notice I turned the snap button off. Now, hang on. Boom, boom, boom. Too zoomed in. Zoom out. All right. There we are. Right there. Check this out. I'm going to be real sneaky here. And I'm going to select that. I selected it. Hang on. I'm going to get it right up get right up on there like that, and see if we can hear the difference. Watch this. I could either drag it. So when we go into process, nudge, left, let's say 3. That's too much. Control Z, way too much. Process, nudge, left, 1. That was too little. Process, nudge, left, 2. Okay, that's about right. There's this little dead space piece right here. I'm just going to delete that, and look at that. So are we going to hear this little gap here? Maybe. But so oftentimes, like if you do this little bit of surgery in a big mix where there's a lot more going on, you're never going to hear that. So let's just see if it's how audible it is. Yeah, you can hear it, right? In that case. But I'm just going to undo that. But that's just to show you like the kind of shit. And I know Phil's saying, yeah, but you should better to do it. You could be stretching it over somewhere over here. I know Phil has a better way to do it. Again, this is all just for purposes of demonstration. Okay, so now Shift F. Okay, that's my whole project in one window. Narrow these down again. And now I can, let me see. Now here's one thing I can do. I can take these, click, select, and right click, bounce to clips. And now those two are one clip. And in theory, I can, so I got the whole clip selected. I can duplicate, Control D, and in theory that should okay, well, let me see. Yeah, got to do the same thing again. So I should have just, hang on, let me get back on the grid. I should have, okay, so now I realize I should have taken care of that late hit in the beginning. But this gives you the idea of how to, okay, how this stuff works. And that's enough to get me to my bridge. Right there. That's four verses. That's enough, gets me to the bridge. And so anyway, that's basically it. And then obviously I've shown you a little bit about, okay, and then the first thing I would be doing now is like to go into my pro channel and just again start with some like presets, like for the console emulator. I might start with, it doesn't have an acoustic guitar setting, but I might just choose like where there's one for like a warm bus or something. I'll just choose like clean and transparent. And then tube stage I don't usually use with acoustic. And then here for this acoustic guitar, there is a preset that I like, which is big and bright. For this acoustic guitar. For this guitar, this EQ preset is surprisingly good. Otherwise, I only use presets as a kind of stop, as just to get things in the ballpark. And then here, this is I will end up not using this compressor, but just to get started, like let's just say acoustic smooth and bright on the compressor setting, and then it's going to sound a little bit nicer. And then, of course, I might want to start thinking about setting levels. I go out of Pro Channel here, and I see that I am peaking at minus 0.4 in the master. Generally, you want to keep stuff peaking around minus 2.5, minus 3. That's just kind of where you want to keep it as you proceed with your mix, as a general rule of thumb. So here I'm going to go into console. And here's I've got my so when you level, this is where I like to go for leveling and other things, right? So I'm just going to take the drum kit down. Leveling is the first thing you do, right? So I'm going to take the drum kit down to like around minus 3 and leave the acoustic guitar where it is. And now we're peaking around minus 2.6. That's fine. Okay, so there's a project started, mission accomplished, objective achieved. And now I'm going to go back to my main station here and read all the shit that you guys have been talking about me. And maybe World War III went hot while I was doing this. We'll see. All right. What do we got here? Okay, so you guys have been stuck to a beat. This is good. Phil, man, Phil, you're such a good. What's the old-fashioned way of saying it? You're such a good egg, Phil. Our resident cakewalk egghead in there is explaining everything and hopefully pointing out all the dumb things I'm doing so that I can, I'm always learning from Phil. Thank you, Phil. I appreciate it, man. Again, this could have been better if I was kind of like rushing through it and everything, but right here at the beginning, and I did one take. Well, 2 takes, but I did 1 take. And if I had slowed down, well, here's a mistake I made, really. And I might as well go back and fix it because that first hit was just fine. So let me just, long as I'm on it, I might as well fix this, right? So I'm going to, let's see, undo crop clip. Undo crop clip, undo duplicate, undo bounce to, undo drag move, undo crop clip, undo duplicate. Okay, now I'm back to where I was before, and it was a dumb mistake, really. So there's where we begin right there. At least I think I'm right about this. So let me stretch it out. Oh no, a little bit late. But not bad. Hey, I'm doing a lesson here. I'll be done in a few. You okay? Okay. All right. So. But here's what I'm going to do. Well, I guess, yeah, that's where I want it to be right there before I duplicate it, right? So let me try it again. And I want to make sure that it's ending at exactly the right place too. So that's right. Okay.
So if there's a few milliseconds late on the first strum, then that's the way it is. And I either got to go back and redo it, or I got to use some, you know, some trickery. But either way, if I select it and Control D, then I should get, let me enable that. Okay. Anyway, I'll retrace my steps here. And actually, I don't really need to bounce to clips. I'll just keep Control D, and there we go. And it should be, yeah. Okay, so let's save this. Should have saved it before, but Dylan Allan Co. Did I type that right? Yeah, Dylan Allan Co. Save. And that's it for now. Okay, so Eric, who has a recording studio? Okay, Eric Gales. Eric, it sounds like you're a man who is blessed to have a lot of good friends. You keep mentioning these, I'm like, 250-year-old wood from some historical site. Where'd you get that? I've got a friend. Oh, Eric, you've got a real talent for video editing. Oh, I got a good friend who does that. Seems like Eric's got a friend for everything. Yeah. Well, look, I hope that it was a good chat. You know, I kind of had to focus on the task at hand, but I hope I did something serviceable here for you, sir. And I hope I hope it turned out all good. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, so far. And so that's kind of like getting a project started, getting a nice glorified click track started in the sequencer. And Eric, if you go back and watch from the beginning, I think it'll probably be clear enough. So, all right, man. Yeah. Well, I'm not trying to be like sentimental, but I do have a sentimental side, and that's what this is really all about. Increasingly, the way this world's going, I see this as our small, quiet rebellion. That's the way I see it. A band of brothers, sometimes a little bit of a good-natured fight club, sometimes a war party. But that's kind of like, that was all I was really ultimately hoping for when I started the YouTube channel, because Lord knows I didn't want to make YouTube videos. But anyway, so the missus is up and she's poking her head in the door, and I think she wants to get some breakfast. She got some fancy new Greek yogurt. She's turning a healthy leaf, and she wants me to join in on that, understandably. And so I'm not really digging this new kind of breakfast trip with like blueberries and leaves and yogurt and stuff. I'm much more of a sausage, bacon, eggs, and toast and grits. I wish I could get grits here. Technically I could, and biscuits and gravy. Good Lord. That's not what I'm in for. But anyway, I'm off to it. Thank you guys for joining in. Thank you, Ninko. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, guys. I appreciate your camaraderie. And that's it until next time. Next short-term work frame to be decided. Okay, God bless you and keep you guys. Over and out.